What's up, guys? It's your boy in the catch with Cisco. And who am I here with today?
Corey in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. You want to say that one more time? It was a little bit laggy.
Oh, my fault. Your boy Corey,
Yes, sir.
coming out of New Jersey.
Big Jersey in the building. You want to get on your Instagram?
Yes, sir. Core.capella, on IG. Give me a follow there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is the very first episode ever. I just launched this in the catch with Cisco, but it's in the catch with Cisco about a week ago. Very first episode ever. So quick little rundown. There's not gonna be no profanity, no, no slandering, but I'm gonna be myself. Like, I'll be wrong if I make this professional. I'm gonna be myself forever. I'm always gonna stand on that. And that's
Yes,
that.
sir.
So before I get started, as your man's, how's your mental health? And if you want to get deep, I can cut this out when I learn how to edit. Just talk to me. You good, bro? You good?
Man, I'm really on the money ground right now. We getting ready to go back to school,
That's
just
real.
preparing for that, kind of excited. Miss being back in the DMV, with all my peeps, you feel me?
That's a fact. That's a fact. I did that. Hey, I miss school too,
But
man.
other than that, my mental is pretty good. I appreciate you for asking, bro. How about yours?
I mean, my mental's pretty cool, man. I'm about to go back home. I've been in Atlanta for 2 months. I miss my mom. I miss my crib. I miss my brother. Feel me?
That's
But
what's up.
yeah, I'm cool. Can't complain, but I appreciate you for asking.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right, so
sir.
let's get into it, bro. My first
Yes,
question for
sir.
you is, bro, what is your opinion on DJ LeMayu getting DFA'd?
Hmm. Okay. Okay. You know, DJ, when I got the notification that I think you actually were the one that sent me the notification saying
Word,
that we DFA LeMahieu, DJ.
word,
You
word.
know, a little part of me was sad, but like,
Nah, you lying, bro. You said about time, bro. Stop lying. Stop lying, bro.
ah, yeah, yeah. A little, hold on, let me finish. I'm thinking, a little part of me was sad, but it is time, bro. Like, bro, we got to move in younger directions.
That's a fact.
DJ, over the past couple seasons, he wasn't having his best season since COVID. He been going down, so like he been getting hurt. And this year the AL East, we stacks. So it's
Nah,
like we don't got no time to just be handing out little tryouts to see what they could do
nah,
anymore.
word.
Like,
That is a fact. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised they actually had, they weren't scared to do it. I really didn't think they had that in them,
yeah,
Like, especially after
nah, I agree.
last season.
I ain't think it was gonna happen.
Let me ask you this. Do you think he's gonna get picked up by another team by the end of the season? And if so,
Yeah, for
what
sure.
team?
I
If he
think he's gonna get picked up for sure.
I see the Orioles pick nah. That was a dumb thing for me. So, I mean, hey, he could be a good bench piece.
I'm not gonna say about who exactly because I don't know, but I'm only gonna say he's gonna get picked up for sure because his defense is still good. Like
Nah,
he could his glove is still there. He may not be able to move as much as he can move, or the bat night may not be there a little bit, but he still got the defense and he can play a couple different positions in the infield. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. I bet. I appreciate you for your input for that. All right, next question. All right, bro. Question of the century, bro. What are your opinions on Anthony Volpe?
Volpe, he's
Keep it a buck
Italian.
too. Keep it a buck, bro. Keep it
Nah,
a buck. Like, feel me?
I'm really keep it a bean. I'm like honestly.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I've
Talk to
been
me.
trying to be patient. I've been trying to be patient with Volpe. Like I really got faith in him. They've been trying to push the narrative of, like the hometown kid
Word,
following in Derek Jeter footsteps.
word.
But it's like, the glove is there, no doubt.
Glove
He
is
wanna
there. I
go
feel like the
glove.
glove. My fault to interrupt you. I do
Yeah.
feel like the glove is if. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, he's a great defender. It's just like sometimes it'd be like the simple plays that you'd be like, "Come on, Volpe. Like, what are you doing, bro? You can't like for example, when we were going through that
Nah,
about a few weeks ago, and he sold us with that game. They were playing the Angels, if I'm not mistaken. And you know what play I'm talking about, right? Or no? Long, like,
well,
you know what play
the
I'm talking
third base,
about?
trying to throw it to third base.
Oh, I think he booted it. It was a simple routine. Yeah, it was a routine double play, and he booted it, and he had scored a run, and we had lost by like one or two because of that against the Angels. You know what I'm talking about? I'll try to if when I learn how to edit or whatever, I'll try to pull up the clip, but you get the gist of it though. We lost because of him. What I'm trying to say, because of a simple error.
But yeah, bro, but like, yo, like I want to stick with him. and it's like he shows you little
Mhm.
flashes of him being able to show you what he can do and what he could do in the future as a star, maybe possibly break out
Mhm.
type. But it's like it's too streaky, man. Like this is his third year,
Nah, I
and
feel
he
you.
still is like it's the same thing,
And
literally.
let me ask you this: do you think he's going to be here long term? And that leads to my next question. But answer this first, real quick.
Yeah, it do leads us to the next question. But yeah, I'm gonna answer that. I would like to see him there long term. I would like to see him get his stuff together. I want to see him be able to hit. I want to see him following, Derek Jeter. Obviously,
That would be
you
dope.
can't replace Jeter. You can't fill his footsteps, but
Mhm.
just being that was his mentor and he looked up to him. Just seeing him thrive in like the Yankees uniform, I would like to see that for the rest of his career. But he gotta show it. So if he doesn't show it, then it ain't gonna happen.
That's a fact.
No.
That's a fact. All right, next question. George Lombard Jr., man. If you were Aaron Boone, would you call him up right now? And if you were to, do you think he's ready for the majors right now?
See, good thing I'm not Aaron Boone because I would not call him up.
Really? Word?
Aaron Boone would do something like that. I'm not gonna call him up only because, bro, like, okay, I understand, like, I understand, what he's doing down there in AAA. I mean, in AA and everything, and the problems that Volpe is having. So it kind of like just to the public, it just makes sense. It makes it seem like that's the perfect fit for them to just call him up. But I still feel like he needs time to develop down there and get used to the game. Like if you don't want to bring him up and then rush it, because I honestly I feel like that's what they did with Volpe,
I'm not
bro.
gonna lie. I'm glad you actually said that because you're just by that little sentence, you actually changed my perspective on that. Like me personally, if there was a call up Lombard right now, I'll be with it. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like, but like you said, they be rushing folks. But it's also at the same time, it's like they be rushing folks. But it's like, bro, for example, Spencer Jones, bro's like 26 right now. It's like I don't know. It could go either way. You know what I mean? Like the Yankees, bro. Knowing the Yankees, it's like it's the Yankees, bro. So it's like, but I get what you're saying though.
Now I feel you too. Like you don't wanna hold him down there forever.
Facts.
It's like you don't want to bring them up because if you bring them up and then they get a bad start, they get in their head quick and now they mental messed up and you can't get out of that once you get into that for real. I feel like it would be hard as a baseball player to just get out of that
I
if
word.
you going into something that you know you're not ready for,
Mhm.
like that'll just mess you up. So I feel like once the Dominguez.
Word. That's
Dominguez, like he's young, but since he's been in the international signing, he's been there since like 16, 17. He's been there for 4 years. He's only 21 now. They
mhm.
didn't break him up until what last year? Like the year before that, it was his first year. He played a couple games, and then he went back down, came back up, went back down, and now look at him. So it's like me personally, I wouldn't rush him, bringing him up, but I would keep an eye on him because he is down there, doing some good things.
And I'm glad you said that because people really fail to realize that baseball is a mental sport. Like people just like people
Yep.
do like there are athletes who say baseball is a hardest sport. Like you can't just hit a 100 mile per hour fastball. Like people fail to realize, bro. People like baseball players have feelings. Like whatever what fans say what fans see. I mean, yeah, what fans say, what players see on social media, like that affects them. And I'm not saying that doesn't go for other sports, but baseball is like, it's real all the mental, bro. Like it's all the field, bro. Like I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Glad you.
Facts.
I bet. Next question, like you said, you mentioned Jason Dominguez. That's actually next on the agenda. How do you feel about Jason Dominguez in general? And just talk to me about Jason Dominguez. That's really all. Just talk to me, Jason. Talk to me about Jason.
I love JD, DeMartian, man.
Or
Honestly, I see him as the future, bro. Like he's so tough. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
uh,
bro, he got it all. He can hit,
or
he
defense is getting
fast.
better. Defense is getting better. I'm not gonna lie. Defense,
Hold on. And that's another thing. I think people fail to realize that he's been playing out of position. He's not a left fielder.
right?
So it's
Right.
like he's been trying to adjust this whole season.
Mhm.
And you can see that he's been getting back up there.
And
His
that's another.
original position
Uh,
is a center field. So
that's
I honestly go ahead, bro.
my fault, real quick, because I be losing train of thought fast, dumb fast. But people fail to like in terms of baseball fans, like people fail. I mean, whatever. People fail to realize that, bro. Every outfield position is not the same position, bro. Like people be like, oh, he's in center field. He should learn how to play left field, vice versa. Like, bro, it's like. bro, every position is their own position. Like it's not that simple. It don't work like that. But continue.
That they don't want some people really just don't understand. It's more that goes into the game than just bat baseball and catching the ball.
Right,
Like literally, if
right,
you in the outfield, you gotta watch the ball. The wind is blowing the ball any type of way. Track the ball. You gotta also make sure you're not running into the wall. So you gotta watch where you're
right,
going. Different parks got different dimensions. So it's like
right.
everything is different.
That's a
But I like how Dominguez has been holding up with it. He hasn't like been folding to the pressure. He's actually been going with it. That's my
fact.
boy, and I see him as a future man. I hope he here for the long
I
run.
hope he's here for the long run too, man. He's really tough, and it's funny that because yesterday it's funny. You literally asked me this question yesterday. You said, "Yo, Cisco, what was your favorite part of the first half?" And you said not even Yankee related. You literally said not Yankee related, but I still went when the 3-run homer game. And let me check what date that was. Jason Jason Dominguez 3-run homer game. This was on May 10th, 2025. So yeah, bro, like Jason Dominguez, and mind you, he's a switch hitter, right? Two of those home runs was from I'm not gonna say the wrong info, but two of those home runs was from one side of the plate, and the one the other was from the other side. People don't realize how
Two
hard.
from the right, two was from the right.
Appreciate you for fact checking me. Two from the right, one from the left. People don't realize hitting a baseball in general is just so hard, bro. But hitting 3 home runs in one game, let alone two from one side and one from the other side, like that's generational talent right there, bro. Like not, I think I saw some stat like he was the youngest to do that or first to do that in general. Like you know what I mean? Like he's generational talent, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, let me add this. If you would have told me since we were on the defense topic, if you would have told me, because I'm not gonna say you're in sugarcoat, if you would have told me last year that Jason Dominguez would be doing decent in the outfield right now, I would have laughed in your face. And I'm just keeping the buck. Like last year, he was, bro was terrible bro was terrible defensively wise, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was terrible, but yo, he was literally thrown into that left field position.
And
Like literally.
right, and that's
Because
a right.
they had Judge hugging up center. Who was in right? Oh,
So,
Soto was in
so,
right. And then you had Verdugo. Verdugo.
or shit on my. I feel bad for Verdugo, bro. He a free agent right now. He just got dropped. Like, but
That's
that's a story for the.
got picked up and spit right back out.
What
Mm-mm-mm.
happened? You said what
I
game?
said he got picked up, chewed on
Oh
back
yeah,
out.
nah, word. Bro, he had that one crazy game for the Braves. I think he had like 4 hits or five, something crazy, but hey, it happens, bro. I feel like the Braves weren't like I'm not saying Verdugo because I'm not gonna lie, he's not that good now. He declined, but I feel like the Braves aren't even that good enough to even cut him. But that's who am I to talk about, feel me? All right, but
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. I got a question for you, bro.
I'm listening again.
I'm gonna ask you Ben Rice or Paul Goldschmidt. Give me your opinion on those two, and who would you rather have in the lineup
All right,
or
bet.
as the first baseman
All right, bet.
going into the
You're
second
talking
half?
about as an everyday player, correct?
Um, I wouldn't say every day because since Ben Rice can
Catchy, right?
play catcher now,
First base.
yeah, so I'm just saying generally first baseman going into the
I'm
second
not gonna
half.
lie to you, bro. That's a great question because it's like you could look at it either both ways. Like Paul Goldschmidt, he was on fire. Like bro, first like he was on fire. Like, he had if I'm not mistaken, he had like a crazy game
So
streak.
he was batting like three
Uh,
sixty.
He was like on Cody Bellinger time. Like what Cody Bellinger is on now. That's what Goldie was on for me before, like a few weeks ago. But I don't know what happened. But I'm not gonna say he feel me. He's whack now because I really haven't been paying attention to the stats. But. But to answer your question though, I do want to say Ben Rice only for the simple fact how he's young. He's not the youngest, but he's young. He's young. He just got called up last year. He could play multiple positions, bro. Bro could catch. He could play first. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he learned another position if they threw him out there. Not saying that that's a good idea, obviously, because it's not. But he's versatile, and I feel I'm not gonna say he's generational, but. Bro has talent, bro. He has power too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's like consistent because that's not the case. But when he's hot, bro, is hot. Like you know what I mean? Like there's no stopping him when he's hot, bro. That's what I gotta say. So to answer your question, I would like to say Ben Rice because of the defensive facts and like I said, when he's hot, he's hot. Goldschmidt, that's Gold. He's a dog, bro, but he's old. You know what I mean? Like don't get me wrong. He still got it. Unc still got it, but like. Unc still got it, but it's like, the gotta let the youngins play, bro. And that's that.
Nah, facts, facts, facts.
That's
I like
that.
that. I like that, bro.
Appreciate you. All right. So let me ask you this. That actually kind of leads into my next question. Do you think batting average matters as a stat? And I feel like this is
100,
my best question of this. I feel like this is my best question of the interview because
a thousand
the
percent.
episode.
It
You think
does
it's
matter.
100%? All right. All right.
Yes.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I just feel like I would rather have somebody that hits over 300 and 15 home runs or 10 home runs than somebody that hits 240
Mm-hmm.
and gets 35 bombs. Me personally.
Damn, that's a great take. I'm not gonna lie.
Just, just because off the simple
That's a
fact,
nice. You're right. You're right. Once you really think about it, bro, that's a
yeah,
because
just off the like just off the simple
like
that
base runners, like we need base runners. Like we need to score. You just like I said, you changed my perspective on the topic earlier, and you kind of making me like I definitely agree with you. I was gonna say the same thing. Batting average definitely matters. I was gonna say that from the jump, but when you say that the bombs comparison, you know what I mean? Like it makes you really think. Like we base run, like you need to play small ball. You know,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, and I can even use the Yankees as an example. They don't. They're all big home run. They're like honestly, we're a home run team. Sometimes we have our games where we play our small ball and we could get 10 hits. Score a couple runs. But it's teams out there that play ball better than us because they play the fundamental way. They play the hit and run. They play the steal. They play the bunt.
for
So
fact. That's
honestly, I do feel like batting average do matter now. And even I seen a stat not too long ago, like last week. It said like the AL has 10 players batting over 300, and the NL only got like I think none or one.
chill. You making me you scaring me, bro. Hey yo, hey man, come playoff time. Let's hope that narrative changes, bro.
Hey, I'm saying I love good comp though. I don't want
I
no
want to win
cakewalk.
a championship, bro. I need a cakewalk, bro. I want a championship, bro. It's been 15 years, bro.
We had a cakewalk
Right?
we
Well,
had our cakewalk. You finish it, bro.
true. You right now. You right. You right. I bet the most important topic of the episode: trade deadline. Trade deadline targets. Talk to me. Let's start with the Yankees, and we could go. Generally speaking. Who do you think the Yankees are going to get and why? And who do you think the Yankees need to get and why? If I'm making sense,
Obviously, they need a third baseman.
right?
Clearly,
That leads into
like
my next question when we're done with this, but continue.
that's a no-brainer. They need a third baseman.
Hmm.
They need another pitcher. Clark just went down.
Right.
My I feel get well, Clark. Rest easy. No, he was
Don't say
having a
that.
hell
He
of a
ain't
year.
died. Bro ain't died. He said rest easy. He ain't
No,
dead.
no, I said rest easy, like rest up, like
Nah, you
get well soon, type.
right. Right.
Like
Let me ask you this
he was
real
having
quick.
a
My
breakout
fault.
year, man.
Nah,
No,
where
I'm saying he's having a
he was dealing too before he went down. It's kind of crazy because that's what three starting pitchers out the rotation that are down. You got Luis Hill, Garrett Cole, and Clark Schmidt. So it's like it sucks, bro. We really do need pitching, but
but
on the bright side,
Luis, if I'm not
yep,
mistaken, he's coming
yep.
back
He
like
started his
within
rehab. Let me check. Let me check.
yeah, he coming back within like the next two weeks.
Or
So
hold on, let
we
me
got some reinforcements coming in.
check. He was pitching for Somerset, right? Hold on.
And if we could add one more a good bat, and if everybody could pick their stuff up, like pick it up, yo, what? I feel like we'll be a scary team, bro.
So he had Luis Hill. He had his rehab assignment with the Somerset Patriots 4 days ago. So I don't know how many rehab assignments. I don't think they said how many rehab assignments he's gonna have before he returns, but it's a work in progress. I don't. Let me look at his. Let me see if I could find his stat line for that game. But all right, let me ask you this. My fault. If Oswaldo Cabrera would have never got injured, do you still think we would be in desperate need for a third baseman? And be honest,
Uh,
like don't sugarcoat, like you said, get well Cabrera, but talk to me. Like I like Cabrera, but I wouldn't. I would.
Honestly, I don't know because you know he never really got. I wouldn't. I'm gonna say he never really got the full opportunity to play every day, so we could see what he got. The times he did play, it was always every couple days. You know,
Yo, me, my
but
fault, real quick. New York Yankees right-hander Luis Hill struck out 6 and 3 1/3 innings in a rehab start with a Double-A Somerset on Sunday. The 27-year-old Hill allowed 1 run on Charles McAdoo's leadoff homer for New Hampshire in the fourth. He walked one while throwing 50 pitches, 36 for strikes. Nah, chill. Yo,
Oh yeah.
if he come
Oh,
back on that timing, bro, nah, yo, you got Max Free going retarded, and you got let me not say retarded, stupid. And you got Carlos Rodon going crazy. Strowman is not looking bad. I'm not gonna lie. People be taking crap on Strowman, but Strowman's not looking bad. I mess with Strowman like as a person. I mean, I don't know
nah,
him
bro.
personally, but
That he be throwing them meatballs over the
chill,
middle,
bro.
bro.
He has yet to have a bad start since he came back from the IL, bro. You gotta chill. But to each his own though. Chill. If I'm mistaken, feel me, fact check me if I'm wrong, but he hasn't had a bad start since he came back, bro. But
I mean,
back to Cabrera.
I think he only had like one or two starts, if I'm not mistaken, back.
That's fair, but knowing Marcus Stroman though, those 1 or 2 starts could have been terrible, and they didn't. So let's just hope for the best, bro. Like I said, I stand to what I'm saying. I think the pitching staff is really gonna be elite when Luis Hill comes back. Like, but back to what we were saying about Cabrera. Though. What were you saying about Cabrera? Because I got too carried away.
No, I'm just saying I feel like I can't really say it if I feel like if he would have gotten the full opportunity to play every day, we seen what he could do. Maybe he could have been, putting up good numbers to where they don't need to trade for a third baseman. But we really won't know that because he got injured, unfortunately. We didn't really get to see him play. Because he would have gotten the playing time. It was his position for real.
That's a fact.
DJ was hurt. Peraza, he got good defense, but his bat never there. Yeah. Jazz, they moved him back to second. So
I'm not gonna lie.
it would have been
I,
Oswald.
like let's say excluding DJ from the situation, I like me personally. I like Jazz at third. Some people didn't, but I feel like back to what we were saying about Ben Rice, bro. I love me a versatile player, bro. Like the fact that bro could play second, third, outfield, any way could put him. Like I don't. I'm not gonna say. I mean, what do you think about his defense at third? I think it was not. I think it was above
It
average.
wasn't best. It wasn't best for the team, though.
Third. You're right.
Yeah, it was manageable for the time being.
Mhm.
It wasn't something to go on
All right, for sure.
ever.
All right.
Like,
I like
yeah,
that.
they did it. They did it when he first got there last year because Glaber was there, and Glaber didn't want to move again. So they had no choice but to have him there. And he did what any player would do who trying to win a championship. He stuck it out and just gave it a shot. And as you can see this year, they moved him back because they realized, him at third is not what's best for the team. Him at second is where he gets better numbers at. The team is better when he's at second. So
And let me ask you this real quick because I don't have it written down, but just a random thought. What do you think about the lineup constantly changing every other day? Like, for example, he'll have like Jason at lead off, they'll have Goldschmidt at lead off, and he'll just I like. What do you just think about like? Do you think talk to me, talk to me. Talking about Boone, obviously, but when I say he, but talk to me.
I don't know what goes on in Boone's head. I can't speak for him.
You think
You
he's a
know,
good manager?
hey, he doing something I ain't, so he must be all right at whatever he do. So
I mess with I almost say June. I mess with Boone, bro. I'm not gonna say he's the greatest. He does make bro. Fun fact, bro. We were in the same whip together when we're Game 1 World Series, bro. Yo, why would bro? This
walk off grand
uh,
slam.
bro. It's just like it's simple stuff like that Boone be doing that be making me think like, bro, what? But all around though, like I do think he's a decent manager. Feel me? But yeah, before he's yours
But
again.
let me to answer your question about the lineup, I don't I don't really know. I always listen to Boone when he say like, what's the reason of changing his lineup. But I understand that we do have, like you said, we have a versatile lineup for real. Like we have a lot of players that play a lot of different positions. Everybody can do everything. And it's to the point where it's like we one day we may have a former MVP on the bench. You
Or
know,
that's a fact. That's a
you
fact.
might have to sit standing down. You got standing on the bench because we got other people that need run because we got a good lineup. We don't have.
Same thing with Goldschmidt.
Yep, facts. So. It's like I can understand him, swapping people out, and as far as him like switching up the lineup, the order, I can understand that too, depending on who you're going against, like depending if you got a lefty in the lineup or if you're going against a righty, just depending on that. But I don't like how often he switches up the lineup for real.
I agree with you. I have the same exact mindset, bro.
The only thing that he doesn't switch up is like Judge. He always have Judge either in the two or the third spot.
Yeah, let me answer my own question. I have no problem with him changing the 5 6. Anything from fourth and down, clean up and down, right? If I'm not tweaking, fourth is cleanup, right? Or three is cleanup. Fourth is
Fourth is clean.
so clean up and down, right? I had no problem with him changing. But my thing is like, bro, why are you just gonna constantly change the leadoff hitter, bro? I feel like that can mess up the team's rhythm, but that's just me. I don't know. That's just me though. And me personally, I do like Jason at leadoff. I think he should be the designated leadoff hitter, but that's just me though.
I do too. Since yeah, I feel like he's a switch hitter, speed, got a good eye. That's everything you really want. Somebody that you need to get on base to start the game off, especially on somebody that's in front of Aaron Judge. So
Facts, facts. I bet. I think I had already asked you this question, but we got sidetracked. But all right, let me ask you this: if we had to pick one, right? What's more necessary, a third baseman or new pitching? If we had
I
to
would
pick one,
I'll say third
why?
baseman.
All right, and why? I mean, it's not rocket science to ask the why, but let me just hear your thoughts.
Uh, because
You kind of already answered this already, but
we need the defense. We need an extra bat to score runs. Our lineup be going dead. We have Luis Hill coming back, so that's a third pitcher we have already. Honestly, I feel like if we have at least three strong pitchers going into the postseason, I feel like we can be good. And because that's what we had last year, we had three pitchers,
the reason why
literally.
I asked that because that's what the main targets are: third baseman and pitching. And while I'm on the topic, I don't. They're saying Suarez is really on the radar. I don't know how the way they're talking about Suarez, bro, from the D-backs, obviously. I
Yeah,
really think
something
they're gonna make a
gonna happen.
splash. And they also mentioned Zach Gallen, bro. So my logic is they're going championship or bust, bro. I don't like I
You
said,
want
I don't
Zach
know
Gallen? He's washed, bro.
where you think so. What's the ERA? Let me check it. Hold on. Is he
I
really?
got you right now. His ERA is a 5.4 with a 7-10 record.
I did not feel me. Damn, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now. We got 10 more
He's
minutes.
given up 6 runs to the Angels.
Your game, we got 10 minutes, but we could knock the rest out in that time frame. But not six. You said how much runs?
He just gave up 6 runs against the Angels in his last start.
I'm glad you said that because I'm over here thinking he's still dealing, bro. I'm about to actually check out his full season stats.
Nah, I really don't.
Nah.
Unless they could do
They
some
got Matt
magic.
Blake. Matt Blake is a real deal. Like Matt.
Yeah, I'm saying unless they could do some Matt Blake magic. I don't know.
Nah, I'm glad you said that because I'm over here thinking that's a huge acquisition, but nah, he not it, bro. Nah, he not. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there's not really no starter out there that could really help us. Like, I'm like when I first saw the report, I'm over here, oh Holly and Jolly. But now I'm looking at bro's stats, bro. Nah, he not it, bro. I'm glad. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm glad you're in my life, bro, because you really making me change my perspective on a whole bunch of things. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, bro, he's washed. He's not having a good year. That's why they trying to trade him, bro. And
but
honestly, I don't know if I would take him. But like you said, we got Matt Blake. He be saving people. So
you take Suarez, and
hey,
how realistic do you think that trade is gonna be, or it could be?
I don't know, but I just hope that they don't give up. A lot.
Nah, word. They're baiting.
They're
I
gonna
saw.
anybody they try to get that's an all-star, bro. They're gonna end up have to giving up like Spencer Jones or somebody, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Spencer Jones for Suarez, like I don't know if it's just them two trade. I feel like that's a good trade. Like I feel like we're not giving up. Cause bro, like we said earlier, bro's 26 or whatever. He's been in the minors for how long, bro? It's like
But bro,
I
that's
put
that's when
Suarez.
that's when Judge came. That's when Judge came, right?
I but
Judge
come
when
on,
he was
bro. Judge is
26.
generational talent, bro. So let's not even do that. But
That's baby Judge, bro. You don't see his stance?
I guess, bro. Hold on. Suarez, Eugenio. How do I spell bro's name, bro? Hold on. Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez.
Let me check his age. He's 34. Do you think that's old in baseball terms? Nah. I
I
mean, he
don't
has
know, man.
great stats on the season, but
Yeah, I know.
Knowing the
Yeah,
Yankees, People will come over here, and, and then vanish. But
Yeah, bro, they can't survive under the lights.
facts. But yeah, let me talk to me. What do you think about Suarez, though? Real quick, because we don't got too much time left on the meeting. But
To be honest, bro, I don't even know. Like, I really don't. I feel like man, he got good numbers on the season. He got 31 bombs. Sheesh.
on the season,
Yeah.
snap. Hold on.
31? That's crazy. I didn't even
That's not even far from Judge. Like what? That's like Judge got like what
It's not
30.
even far from Kyle Raleigh.
Now that is crazy. Damn, that'll be tough,
I
and
didn't even know.
that'll be tough to have in the lineup, bro. What? Nah, I feel like he could really help us. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, yeah, but let me ask you something. Who do you see this year coming out of the AL and the NL winning the pennant?
Great question. All right, bet. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat. But I'm gonna give you the real spill. So out of the NL, I'm not gonna lie, I like the Cubs. I don't know if
The
that's a
Cubs?
petty take, but I'm liking the Cubs right now. I'm not gonna lie. Either the Cubs, I'm not gonna say the Mets because nah, that's the Mets going Mets. But nah, I'm
Little
not
bro.
gonna lie. Hold on, let me hold on. That's a great question. I'm liking the Cubs. The Cubs are like the Cubs. I was gonna say the Cubs are scary, but we violated them. Did we win that series? Nah, we lost.
Nah, we lost. I seen Derek Jeter. He said he taking the Yankees over the Cubs in the World Series. That's his prediction.
That too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really going with the Cubs. Yeah, for sure, ski. Either the Cubs or the Dodgers again, bro. That's really because I'm not. I'm really looking at the NL. Like the NL is kind of weak, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the NL is fake weak right now.
You said the NL is fake weak?
Yeah, like they kind of weak.
Nah, I disagree with you.
Bugging? Tell me how I'm bugging.
Fake. You got the Padres, you got the Mets, you got the Dodgers, you got the Giants.
I mean, yeah, but like the Dodgers, I feel like the Dodgers gonna pull some nut ish. Like they going like they on a six, like what 6 game. I mean, they are the Dodgers, so I can't really. This is the longest
Phillies.
losing streak since 2017 or 29 or something like that. So it's like
Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying, bro, hey, we just went on what 9 game losing streak. So it's baseball, bro.
I know 9 game. Don't do that. But I get your point though. Now it is baseball. You're right though. You're right.
It's 162 games, bro. You can't go 162 literally. You're not going there again.
To answer your question though, I do want to say Cubs though. That's my answer. And then as far as AL, I'll throw out my biased answer. I say Yankees. Not even being biased because I feel like we do have we do have
I'm not. Yeah, it's not biased, bro. Literally,
have
we
capability.
the games we do lose, we lose them ourselves. Like we could play with anybody, bro. Literally.
Facts. And so aside from the Yankees though, I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking the Rays, bro. And they're in our division too, so
Nah.
the
I,
Rays you think
aside
they
from the
take us
Yankees,
to
I like the Tigers.
Word. I was gonna say the Tigers too. Word two, I was gonna say the Tigers. Word two, I was gonna say the
Yeah.
Tigers. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, the Tigers scared the out of me last season, bro. Cause who took them out in the playoffs? I know who beat them in the playoffs. I'm trying to think.
No, they beat Houston,
Who I was
and then
so glad they got knocked out,
was
bro.
it Kansas City? No, it wasn't Kansas City. We beat Kansas. We played Kansas City. I think it was the Guardians or something. Might
Yeah, I
have
was
been the
gonna say
Guardians.
Giants too last.
Yeah, I think it was the Guardians versus
Yeah, it
the
was the
Tigers.
Guardians. Yeah, bro. I was so happy, bro. I was so happy yet surprised when that happened. Cause bro, Terry School was dealing like it was just like the Tigers was looking nice, bro. They was looking dumb nice last season. And it's looking that way now, bro.
Really.
All right, but my last question for you. Last question of the episode, right? Do you think this Yankees
Yes,
team
sir.
is better than last season? And talk to me. Tell me why.
Who I think is better than last season? Okay. Yes, I think this team is better, like slightly.
Mhm.
We lost Juan Soto,
Three
big
three
bat.
minutes and 10 seconds left, just because it's got time back.
Yeah, I see it.
Wow, wow, wow.
We lost Juan Soto, huge bat, but we got some other pieces. Cody, good defense, good offense. He been hot right now. Uh, we got Unk. Unk still got it. Paul Goldschmidt, he been doing his thing. And Devin, we ain't even talk about Devin, who had a bad, rough, real bad start. But yo, my son been holding it
I
down.
respect him too, because not everybody, like, bro, like you said, the bright lights. A lot of people come to New York and
Yeah, bro.
just poop their pants because the bright lights. Like, it's New York Yankees. Like, we have the most championship in all sports. Like, we're the most iconic franchise ever, period. But it's like, I
See,
respect, bro, because not everybody could come back from that. Like, bro, like I said about earlier, it's a mental game, bro. You got fans talking, crazy. Like, but huge ups to bro. I respect him. I hope he continues to hold it down, bro.
and that gives me, that makes me look towards, Rodon, because Rodon had a similar. When Rodon came here, he
Ah,
was,
facts.
but yo,
Facts. Nah,
yo, he was. I remember, yo, it was a game in like 2023 when he got here. Yo, he did so bad. Yo,
That's
he was
like
in the
9 months and 1 inning or something. Nah, he was doing. Nah, it was
he
a
was
whole
in,
bunch.
he was in the dugout crying, bro. Like that's how bad he was doing, and they was booing him. And now look at him, he an all-star. Everybody love Rodon now. Hey, you used to you
I used to
hate.
hate Rodon too, bro. But I'm not gonna lie. Can you blame me though? Like you said, bro, he was like, bro, he was
Yeah,
like,
no,
and
bro. Like, bro, see, I
I
was
was.
always about Rodon because I'm like, you know what, because I feel bad for him. I know what he could do, bro.
And I wasn't even familiar with him prior to that, so that gave me another reason why to hate. I didn't hate. No, I hated him. I'm not gonna lie, I hate him, but I wasn't familiar with him, so I'm like, bro, I don't know if he's gonna get better, if he's gonna get worse. But like I said, huge respect to him too, because like I said, not everybody could come back from that, bro. But
Nah,
to answer,
but yeah, to just answer, yeah, I think we got, a much younger team, more athletic, we can do more stuff, a little bit better on defense. We're not complete yet. We're not a full team. We're gonna see before the trade deadline what they do if they go get a third baseman, go get a pitcher. When Luis Hill get back, we're gonna see what really happened. But yeah, we had a little slow second half of the first part. We went on that little bad losing streak, but. No, I'm happy. I'm excited to see what we got in store for the second half, man.
I definitely agree with you. I really do think this team is better. And that's it for this episode. I really appreciate you and your time, bro. Much love. You know how we rock. We locked in for life, brother.
Sure.
Before we
Oh,
go, show them the shirt real quick.
oh
Back.
yeah.
Get
You
Garrett
know,
Cole,
we,
both of
we,
them,
we
both of
got
them,
the
both of
Garrett
them. Yes,
Cole
sir.
ace.
Cy Young, and
Cy
show
Young.
E in the back. Yes,
Yep.
sir. Yes,
The E.
sir. Yes,
Come
sir.
on now.
That's how we gonna end it off. Yes, sir. Appreciate
Up
you
in
for your time, bro. Love you, gang.
the one. Yes, sir. I love you, twin.